Hey, what's up, guys? It's METAGAMESGX here, and we haven't done this in a while, but this is going to be a DB replay with Branded. And I recently decided to play some games. I'm around like 600 rating, haven't really been playing too much, but brought out Branded, and this is going to be a match versus Blue Eyes. So obviously Blue Eyes is one of those matchups that I think should be pretty easy for Branded, but I wanted to show you guys exactly why. He opens up Dominus Purge, Valor, Neo Kaiser Seahorse, Roar the Blue Eyes, and Prosperity, so this is a pretty fair Blue Eyes hand, all things considered. I think Neo Kaiser's probably not exactly standard, but it's still a fine extender. And I open Brandon, Red, Quem, Nadir, High Spirits, and Shrouded, so I'm going first, so this is a pretty good going first hand. If I was going second, it might be a different story, but I think Brandon has a really good time going second to Blue Eyes anyways. So basically, we are going to see me go Shrouded Dragon. I send the Retribution here. I chain the High Spirits. This is one of those plays I like doing with High Spirits to try like start baiting like things like Ash or other things, because if he ashes the High Spirits here, I can just normal summon Quem and send the Branded Fusion and just kind of be fine as long as he doesn't have the Imperm or Valor. He doesn't have the Ash though, so I resolve High Spirits by sending the Shrouded Dragon, but then he chains Dominus Purge. It's fair here. I think probably the best Purge angle against Branded is honestly on the High Spirits, so that is fine. And then I get my draw off of Shrouded, and I end up drawing Branded Fusion, so obviously probably one of the best top decks I could have seen right there. But here I go normal summon Quem. He has the Valor for the Quem, which definitely is nice. I top deck that Branded Fusion. I could have, to be fair, I could have top decked like a Luber or something too, or a Branded Opening, but so we just go Branded Fusion here. We send the Fallen of Albaz plus the Lubellion, make the Albion, and we do our standard line to start going into a Light and Darkness Dragon Lord line. However, here, I kind of mess it up. I go into Mirror Jade, I think, because I don't have another Dark in rotation, so I kind of had to just do that. I think what I should have done is made Lubellion and discard the Branded in red, and then make Mirror Jade. That would have been a little bit cleaner, but this is fine too. Because I have Nadir Servant, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I can send Garura, search the Maximus here. Even, I don't know what deck they're on, and when you don't know what deck they're on, it's kind of difficult to blind Maximus, especially if you don't have, like, Thrust or Talents in hand to, like, profit off of them triggering something. But I think in this situation where I don't have Albion in the graveyard or Titanclad, it's definitely, like, better to do it like this. If he had Bestial here, he obviously blows me out right there. To be fair, I mean, I do still have the Mirror Jade banish for whatever that's worth, because he will be on 3 cards at that point. So it's like I have been playing through his hand traps at least. Then we go Maximus and the Titanclad and the Shrouded, and he just scoops from there in order to not reveal any information. So we're going to go into game 2, and by the way, I'm on 50 card Branded. If you guys want to see this list, leave a like down below. And he opens Imperm, Neo Kaiser, Dominus Purge, and Sage. I open up Talents, Burial, Aluber, Duplication, and Feather Duster. Duplication should not be in my deck going second. This was definitely an error having this still in the deck. I think this was definitely, I mean, it's not bad if every one of your other cards does something, but like Foolish plus Aluber isn't great, so it's just one of those cards that's not really helping me. He goes normal summon Kaiser Seahorse, links it off, goes into the Spirit, Kaiser effect to send, and then he searches the Mausoleum. He does that out of order, or no, he just chain blocked the Kaiser. That makes sense. Sends the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon for recursion. He normals the Sage, and then Sage effect to search the Maiden. Then he's able to go Maiden effect to set to activate the True Light. And then he's able to go Field Spell, targeting the Link to then send the Blue Eyes to the graveyard. He's able to activate Spirit to tribute it to summon out the Blue Eyes. And then Blue Eyes is going to be on the board, so that will trigger the Maiden in the graveyard. I don't have a Bestial there. That's definitely the best Bestial angle versus Blue Eyes, though. If you have like a single Bestial against them, you hit them on the Maiden when it's about to special summon from graveyard on Blue Eyes summon. So that usually will keep them off at least Spirit Dragon, which is a lot. Obviously Ghost Ogreing the True Light's also very good too, but then he synchros off for the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, and then he's able to go True Light to set the Majesty of White Dragons, which is their pop 2 at this point. I mean, at this point it's only a pop 1, but it's non-targeting. This could also get around Fallen of Albaz to make an Alba Lenatus, because that is our other way to deal with Blue Eyes, by just like setting Albaz and making Alba Lenatus. So we'll see what I do here. And also with an Imperm, with a Purge setup, with a Spirit, not a bad board, all things considered. He decides to set Purge and keeping 1 in hand. And then I go main 1. I do have Feather Duster, which I think helps a lot here, but I want to show you guys because a lot of people tell me that Feather Duster and Lightning Storm are bad against Blue Eyes. Let me show you why it's not, and those people are dead wrong. Feather Duster. Feather Duster was he literally thought for 3 minutes on this. Like, we can check the log. Like, here let me check the log. He thinking. So, oh no, so, you know, that was like a 30-second thing. So, and then he goes True Light effect to then summon out Blue Eyes. He's then able, and then I destroy all of his back row. That's 5 cards I just destroyed. That is a 1-4-5. Comment down below if you can tell me a 1-for-5 is bad and prove it to me. Anyways, then we go True Light effect to then destroy all of his monsters. He chains the Spirit, which is typically what people tell me when they're like, oh, Lightning Storm's bad or Feather Duster's bad against Blue Eyes because they chain the Spirit. It's like, okay, you got rid of all their back row, which is like 80% of their interruptions. It's why Blue Eyes is so good going first, is because they get like 6 spells and traps on top of a Spirit Dragon plus hand traps, right? That's a lot of interruption that you have to chew through. So if you're able to get rid of all the back row, you're actually solving most of the issue. And then he's able to go Spirit Dragon Tribute to get the ultimate Spirit Dragon, which is basically just an Omni negate on the field. I'm able to go Talents here. He changed the ultimate Spirit Dragon to negate. I go Opening. He goes Dominus Purge, and then I go normal summon a Luber. Luber will be able to basically make me go full combo. I do have Fusion Duplication just to crack him back as well. And here I just go Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion, just standard line Albaz Lubellion, since I do have the Dark in rotation this time. And then I go Albion to banish the Aluber plus Albaz into Lubellion, discarding the Foolish Burial, because Foolish is useless here, especially with duplication in rotation. And then we just make the Mirror Jade here, tribute the Albion in the graveyard for the Bastille Lubellion, so we can get the Albion in the graveyard for follow-up, and then also get the Branded Lost for later, which will be live with the Fusion Duplication, and then we can go Mirror Jade effect before I end up going into the battle phase. It doesn't really matter doing it here or in battle phase, but I just want to get rid of the ultimate Spirit Dragon, because that's a 4,000 body that will be an issue on my turn, or my opponent's turn, if this stays up, so I have to get rid of that. I also could fuse it off the Titanclad, but I'd rather just get rid of it now and not having it in the graveyard for anything. And then I set Fusion Duplication, go end phase. For some reason, I didn't go Lubellion attack over Sage. That was a complete misplay, by the way. And then I'm able to go Albion the Branded Dragon, get the Branded Retribution, and then I'm able to go Titanclad, summon out the Fallen of Albaz. This is actually one of the cooler plays because Albion gets me 2 free discards with the Retribution. Then I'm able to go Titanclad. I haven't gone into Chaos Star Source, so I'm able to, I guess that was a misplay before, because then I go Albaz off the Titanclad, which, this is why I don't like locking myself with Nadir also, because I can't do this with a Nadir line. And then I fuse off the Blue Eyes, I go into Chaos Star Source, trigger the Branded Loss, I pop the Sage. So yeah, it just makes sense that I didn't quite attack over the Sage. It doesn't really matter, but like, I'm able to also search out the Mercurier. Also, I didn't want to trigger Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, to be fair. But then he uses the Jet Dragon. I chain Mercurier. I just don't want him to have a body on board. He has 0 cards in hand and nothing to revive. So just giving him another body, you know, it just gives him more room to play than I need to. And then at that point, I pass, and he draws Solemn Judgment, and that's gonna be game. So yeah, no, that was a fun gameplay against Blue Eyes. I have been wanting to show off some gameplay of Branded. This is the list I was personally running in this build. We will have a video on it in the TCG once. It might be already out, so if so, it will be linked. But this is the build. I've been really liking 50 card Branded in TCG because 60, there's no Verte. There's, you know, I can't run 3 Lubellion, normal a hand trap, and, you know, pitch Lubellion and get Verte bodies even if I brick. So 50, I need something consistent. I need to see Fuwalos. I need to see Super Poly, which is just like one of the best board breakers into the format right now. It's not perfect. It's not perfect against Mal. It's not perfect against Ryzeal, but it's pretty good, especially with things like Despia and Proskinion. And obviously, Ryzeal and Malice is your biggest issue. I think getting rid of the cross access is huge, and that's what Super Poly does. It gets you the Proskinion, steal the detonator. Molcharmy Fulos you need against Malice too, and like Mermal, so it's there. Would like to have Droll for Mermal, but I do have like 3 going first slots and the 2 fusion duplications, and then Ido to side out the Molcharmies, stuff like that. So Yeah, guys, if you like this kind of gameplay and want to see more DB gameplay from me, let me know. Of course, with branded Despia, also Mitsurugi Ryzeal, I can show you guys because that's the other deck I really do like. So you guys leaving me a comment down below what you guys think, how good, and this also shows you don't need to run Alba Lenatus. I think Chaos Star Source as a super poly target against Blue Eyes is so broken. You can super poly their targets and then pop 2 until they update that ruling, if they ever do, and then also, you know, running options for Abyss Dweller, not to just auto lose to Abyss Dweller. So we do have 3 Droplet, 3 Xyz Encore, and Lancey, obviously. And Lightning Storm is just great for Blue Eyes. It's amazing for Malice, too. I'll side in these cards all day against Malice. I think they're better than, like, most traditional board breakers, because once again, you get rid of all their back row, so it's usually about, like, 40% of their board. Alright guys, with that being said, MetaGamesGX signing out. Make sure you're subscribed. Road to 10,000 subscribers. If this video gets 100 likes on it, I will upload another gameplay of Dragon Tail branded versus Yummy on Dueling Books. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. With that being said, have a good day. Bye now.